A person who knows too much will find it difficult not to lie. Don't play with what's deep inside another person. I believe that bad governance within the state breeds bad governance within the family. A worker who is always ready to strike will not raise his children to respect order. Why tell the truth when lying is beneficial to you? Don't try to poop higher than your asshole. What I once said may be appropriate. The previous culture will become a pile of ruins and finally a pile of ashes, but the spirit will circle over the ashes. Genius does not have more light than any honest person, but he has a special lens that can focus the light to the ignition point. The opening chapter of every tragedy can be written. Nothing would have happened if not. A person can disbelieve his own feelings, but he cannot disbelieve his own beliefs. Others are not hell. You yourself are the hell. If life becomes unbearable, we think of changing our circumstances. But the most important and most effective change, changing our attitudes, is something we barely even think about. It is too difficult for us to make up our mind to take such a step. Everything that can be said is meaningless. Whatever is meaningful has to be conveyed in absurd language. People who keep asking why are like tourists standing in front of a building reading a guidebook. They are so busy reading about the history of the building that it prevents them from seeing the building. He who never does anything stupid will never do anything smart. Lying on your achievements is as dangerous as lying on the snow while marching. You are groggy and die in your sleep. When you say no to your children, you should be like a wall, not like a door. It is useless to talk to someone about something he does not understand. Even if you tell him, he still cannot understand it. Being stuck in a philosophical dilemma is like a situation where a person is in a room and wants to get out but doesn't know how. I tried to jump out of the window, but the window was too small. I tried to climb out of the chimney, but the chimney was too high. However, as soon as he turned around, he would find that the door was always open. A person has the feeling that what he says in his mind is clearer than what he expresses in words. The purpose of philosophy is to make thoughts logically clear. All philosophy can do is destroy idols. The world is the sum of facts, not the sum of things. If we think of eternity as the absence of time rather than the continuance of time, then eternal life belongs to those who live in the present. Humor is not a mood, but a way of looking at the world. When a person is incompatible with the environment, all his rationality will lose its proper normality and show various pathologies. Only by letting him return to his nature will good results be achieved and everything will appear normal. Today, the difference between a good architect and a bad architect is that the bad architect succumbs to every temptation, while the good architect resists it. Improve yourself. That's all you can do to improve the world. A person can see what he has, but not what he is. Nothing is more difficult than doing justice to the facts. No religion is guilty of so many abuses of metaphysical expression as mathematics. Beautiful things will not be beautiful. What is difficult to achieve in art is to say something while saying nothing at the same time. If you already have someone's love, then no matter how big the sacrifice is, it is worth it, but if you want to buy it, then any sacrifice is huge. Forcing myself to think in a predetermined order is a kind of torture for me. What I know, I believe. A good metaphor makes the mind feel like a spring breeze. We must remain silent about what cannot be said. The core of human life is thinking. Doubt comes after belief. Lying is a language game, and like any other language game, it needs to be learned. I walk close to the ground and don't dance in the clouds. Just keep working and you will get better. Don't look to other people's examples as your guide, accept nature. Manual labor means salvation of the soul. A lot of thoughts cannot come out because they all want to rush out, so they are all crowded at the exit. If the function of art is to evoke emotions, perhaps the consciousness of understanding art is included in these emotions? The essence of philosophy is language. Language is the expression of human thought and the foundation of the entire civilization. The essence of philosophy can only be found in language. You must say something new, but it must be all old. The meaning of a proposition is the way it is verified. What cannot be said, there will be no words to answer.